Greetings and welcome to the graphics class. Today we are starting a new topic, that is development of surfaces. You might have come across with different situations for the use of the developed surfaces. For example, all types of pipes, it is actually related to a particular surface area or a particular surface. You are folding it, or you are actually making some curves of the pipes, and you are creating a pipe using surfaces. You may have some boxes. The boxes may be actually by folding different surfaces. We can have different machine parts. Most of the covers of the machines are made up of the surfaces, developed surfaces. You are folding the developed surfaces and you are getting the required shape. So there are many applications for developed surfaces. You can calculate the area of the surfaces. You can utilize it for manufacturing. You can have different applications using the developed surfaces. From hereafter, in this particular topic, we are dealing with the solids having surfaces which are developed, and we are utilizing the developed surface for finding different things. So, we will discuss one by one. Here, this is a box. You can consider it as a square box, typically a square prism. Assume that I am going to develop this particular surface. It is having two bases. I am opening the two bases, and after that, consider this as the edge AA1, the lateral edge AA1. I am cutting this particular surface through AA1, and finally I can open it like this. So here, this is the top base, this is the bottom base, and this is the developed surface. So this is the development, or it can be considered as full development of a square prism. We will start with a simple problem. The first question of the practice problems: draw the development of a square prism of base edge 25 mm and height 50 mm. So this is a square prism, as I mentioned earlier. The base edge, this is the top base or the bottom base, whatever it may be, the length is 25 mm and the height is 50 mm. So I have to develop this. When I am developing this, as I mentioned earlier, I will get a figure like this. Do the problem step by step. As the case of any problem related to projections, first of all we have to draw the XY. There is no difference in this case also. But here, if it is the development of a prism, the XY line should be the length should be more for the XY line. The length should be more for the XY line. Now, I am going to draw the simple position or the simple projection of the solid. This is the square prism. I am drawing the base. It is resting on the base. Even though it is not given in the question, you can assume that it is resting on the base, because when you are going for the problem of development, the position is not at all much relevant if it is a simple problem. But if there is something given as additional to that development, then the position is important. So here I am marking it as A1, B B1, C C1, D D1. All these things are known to you. Already we have drawn several projections of solids for different purposes. You know the height is 50. So this is A dash, A1 dash, D dash, D1 dash, C dash, B dash, C1 dash, B1 dash, O dash, O1 dash. So this is the simple position that we know. Now, the length of one side is actually 25, that is base, and the height is 50. These things are already given in the question. Now we have to draw the development. As you have noticed earlier, see, I am going to cut the solid through one lateral surface. See, I have opened the top base and the bottom base. So now I am going to cut the solid like this. When I am cutting the solid like this, you can see this. This is the edge AA1. We are starting with AA1, then BB1. So this length should be 25. That is the length of the base edge. Then CC1. Again 25. You will get DD1. Then again 25. You will get again AA1 because you are cutting along AA1. So the initial one is AA1 and the final one is also AA1. That is very, very important. So what should be the total length of this one? It is very clear that if small letter a is the length of one side, that there are 4 equal sides for a square prism. So the total length of this development, the lateral development, is 100 mm. So the first step is I have to draw a line of 100 mm. That is, if this is A, I am going for 4A as the total length. So this is the total length. Then there is no change in height. The same height you can utilize. So it is 50 itself. That's why we have taken that an extended XY line. Okay. Now I have to divide this into 4 equal parts. So while dividing this into 4 equal parts, each division should be 25. So the total length of this one is 4A. Total length of this is 4A, which is equal to 100 here. Here it is 100. Now, in the question it is clearly given that this is the full development. Full development means you have to keep the top base as well as the bottom base. So you can draw the top base such that this should be 25, this is 25 and this is 25. So a square should be at the top, another square should be at the bottom. Another square should be at the bottom. Now, you have to name this. In the case of development of surfaces, you are dealing with the actual edges. So we are not at all using small letters. Always we are using capital letters because they are all actual points. So this is A, A1, B, B1, C, C1, D, D1, again A, A1 because you are cutting through A, A1. So at this end, at the first end and last end, you are having A, A1. Now we have to name the bases also. So this is A, B, then C, D. In the cyclic order you have to write A, B, C, D. Similarly, here it is A1, B1. So this one should be C1 and this one should be T1. So exactly what I have developed here, I am getting here. Now the last step is to draw the visible edges. Because this is a single entity. Since this is a single entity, you have to draw the visible edges as the outer edge. That I am going to draw. So using this red color, I am going to draw the visible edges. So these are the visible edges. That is, you are drawing only the outer edges as visible. The in-between lines are not real lines, they are all imaginary lines of that particular surface. So this is the development of a square prism. Now it is very simple. As you know, simply you are calculating 4a since it is a square. If it is a pentagon, you have to go for 5a. If it is a hexagon, you have to go for 6a. That is the only difference. The height will be one and the same. And one more thing, here this is the full development. What is the difference between full development and development? In most of the cases, the full development means you are using the top base as well as the bottom base. But if it is in the question it is given as development alone, you have to draw only the lateral surface. So there, at that condition, there is no need of top base and bottom base. Only you have to draw the lateral surface. This is the most simple question in your question set. You can practice that. The coming sessions are related to these type of questions. You can practice those things. Thank you.